said, I'm not doing it right now because I can't really do this. I
So
need.
what's like the point of waiting
I don't know, man.
till 12:30?
Come take a look. There will definitely be something that catches your eye.
I created another universe and founded paradise. For I, Fischl, am the Prinzessin de
Sorry, crafters. I think that the audio setup should be working again. I've been having some issues with the mic. Welcome in, welcome in. Glad to see everybody this wonderful morning. We're just going to be running some stuff. So my overall overarching goal for this game would be to do better at Spiral Abyss. So what we're going to be doing today is just prepping my characters for more damage, more excellence. As you can see, I'm at floor 5. I'm stuck. I can't even score on chamber 3. So I've got 93 resin to kind of do some whatever I need to do, basically. And so today we're going to be looking at the book, looking at some other things to figure out what we need to do. My book is on chapter 7 for experience, and it wants me to upgrade the statues of 7 in Mondstadt to level 9. I'm stuck on that because the last few Animo floaty guys are kind of outside my reach physically, and that's why I was hoping to get a wish for the Wanderer and be able to use the Wanderer to get those last couple of guys. So that's the reason that I'm probably not going to make any book progress today.
You might.
I've got 4 brand new commissions that I can do. Um, and for in battle, I actually have some trials. So what we're going to start today with is the one thing out of the book that we can do, which is to go to the Temple of the Lion and run the Vaporize, Overload, and Superconduct trials. Those are the 3 things I need to do in chapter 1 that I haven't done yet. And if you look over here, you can see that it also says I need to do crystallize. So basically, we're going to go to the Temple of the Lion. We're going to start with that, and we're going to do all of the exercises in the Temple of the Lion that I have yet to do. So let's go ahead and get over to the Temple of the Lion. If I can get my map to proc, that would be fantastic. That's the Eagle's Gates. There's the Temple Lion. Let's go ahead and get over there. I think it's like 3, 4. It's like 3 or 4 exercises, I think, that I need to run, something like that. So we're just going to go over the Temple Lion, and we're going to run domains in the Temple Lion until those are cleared out so we can make some book progress. When we're done with that, we're going to start working on Battle Pass stuff. So here we go. This doesn't really help my party, but it does clear out some book stuff that I've been meaning to do. Alright, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 to do, but I'm only going to do the ones that I saw named. So they're all in the book, management says. So you know what? Management says just do them all. So we're going to start with Melt. I've already done the first one, which was Vaporize. I really don't like these. I think they're kind of like fluffy, but I understand that they serve a purpose. They're supposed to teach you how to blend your elements successfully. So maybe I'll learn a thing or two. But the fact that you use trial characters doesn't really help me. If I could use my own characters, I feel like I would learn more. So let's go ahead and jump into the Temple of the Lion and take care of these trials. I don't ever read these things in the beginning. It just basically tells you if you're unaware of how to do reactions, then it helps you out. We got Jingling and Kaya to do some demonstrations. Let's go ahead and hit that challenge. I'm going to start with Mr. Kaya. Alright, what I like to do with Kaya is kind of group people up. Hit him with that freeze. One dude, fantastic. Get a little Goomba up in here. Get back on him and just wait for his little special to be ready. And then you can do, if you hit him right, you can see I hit a few of them at once. She's on cooldown, and so is he. This is a little bit stressful just because their cooldowns are interesting. Hit him with the freeze, hit him with the belt. Hit him with the freeze, stab him with the pike. Because you also have to merc him out, so you just keep your head on your shoulders, and you'll be alright. So freeze, and then a melt. And then on the ones on the edge, I just try to kind of push back with like the sword or the pike. Try to get them done. And if I see somebody with one element, I try to match it. I got a whole second on that. There you go. Hopefully they get in there. And now he's got his thing, so we're going to activate it and then stay on her. And activate hers. So now we should be getting a whole bunch of melt procs. And I should be able to get my 3 more. Oh, really? There we go, 19. Okay, I need literally 1 more, but I'm running out of time. It's been a while since I did this one, so...
There you go.
Alright, we managed to get it done.
Is that 10K?
Yeah, it's $10,000 for each one that you do.
Wow.
So, you can see kind of I had a process there. I tried to talk you through it verbally. I'm sorry if it wasn't like the best description of what to do. But basically the idea, throw out Goomba when available and use Kaya's R2 attack to kind of spice things up. And then when they do have their ults available, use them as you can or use them as necessary. So that's one of them. Basically, it just goes down the list of every single element combination you can get. So, there's that. The Temple of the Lion is really built to teach you how to use your elements properly, how to get reactions properly, and what you should be striving to do in your gameplay starting out, so that when you get higher up, you're getting the damage from your proper combinations of elements. Let's go ahead and open the Temple of the Lion again, number 2, and go ahead and start the overloaded section. When we're done with the Temple of the Lion, I do have some announcements we need to run through. If you're waiting for today's announcements, they will be taking place right after we finish the Temple of the Lion. We're just throwing a little early content in here, so please enjoy the performance of Jingaling and Miss Lisa. Let's go. Get a little Goomba out, pop a little overload.
That's my favorite one.
That's the easiest one, in my opinion, is overload. We're just waiting on Goomba to be available, and while we're doing that, I'm performing the damage metric. They're all still electrocuted, so what I like to do, a little Goomba, a little overload. Alright, they're all gone. Big Boy's gonna come in now. He's really helpful. I tend to set him up with the electric, and then hit him with Goomba, and then just keep hitting him with electrical Goombas hitting him, so that you can get multiple kind of charges out of him, because every time Goomba blasts him and you're hitting him, it's going to be an additional overload. Before he goes, we need to switch back over and get Goomba out again, and hope for at least 1 more from him. Very nice. So we got 10 of 15. I'm going to electrocute him. Goomba's on a 6-minute cooldown, so we're going to just... We got a couple more. I literally need 4 more reactions. There's Goomba. Walk him over here, and then I just stand behind Goomba and have the creature walk towards Goomba, so that he's getting constant fire damage. We got all but 1. I've got 7 seconds to get this done. Goomba, please be ready. There you go, and we're all done. All you have to do in these trials is meet whatever number it gives you. So if it gives you 15, you need to do 15. That's just the low number. Again, announcements are coming right after the Temple of the Lion, and there's some pretty big announcements, so please stay tuned. These loading screens, guys. A lot of people say they don't do the Temple of the Lion. I've been doing a lot of reading online, and the main reason they gave for not wanting to do the Temple of the Lion is there's no next trial button. What they would have liked to see is you start at the top of the list, and it gives you an option to just click next and go to each one of the tasks instead of having to go in and out and in and out. The reason that I saw some people arguing that they didn't do that was for the simple fact of maybe players want to fit this in between tasks. So they would come do vaporize, they'd go do some stuff. They'd come back and do melt and then go do some stuff. We've completed vaporize, melt, and overload. Next up is super conduct. Again, there are blurbs at the beginning of each one of these sections if you want to take the time to read them. They just explain how these reactions take place and the most effective ways, in the developer's opinions, how to get these reactions proccing often. This is just one of the basic elements of this game that you kind of have to understand to do it, because this game is really not dependent on physical damage. Now, there are times you do use physical damage, but in my opinion, physical damage is outshadowed by elemental damage. If you don't know how to element, you're not going to have as much fun. Just for the fact that it's, like I said, a really important part of the game. Trying to hit, if you see one element, basically the goal is to hit that element with the other element. That's pretty much it. Already did 7. We're trying to pick up the pace a little bit. Kaya's is pretty fast, so I like to do his first. And then, he kind of... Come on, Kaya. Come on, cool it. Cool it in the right direction. Kaya, you missed. Kaya could be a little bit of a pain. That's why I don't use him as a frost bearer. Oh my gosh, he got them all. Lisa, go, go, go. Okay, I did charge your attack, Lisa. I don't know. Alright, we're good to go. He got his ult. Life's good. Once you get Kaya's ult, these reactions, they take off. It's just the fact that you have to kind of charge his ultimate. That is one of the reasons that, personally, as a Genshin player, I think that Kaya is a low-tier cryo for me. I know you can do a lot of energy recharge and other things to kind of offset Kaya's, like, short abilities, but his R2, like, it's like kind of a one and done. You like throw it, you ice him, and then like it does the reaction, and then you have to wait for it to like be ready again. Now it is only a few seconds, but it's just that one quick burst. Whereas somebody like Kiki, now I'm not saying, I know a lot of people don't like her, but when she does her healing effect, it spins around you and it applies cryo over time. I tend to prefer the over time reactions to the immediate one and done, we apply it and then we move on. People like Chongyun and Rosaria, they both have a triangle that applies cryo over time. Suppose you could argue so does Kaya, but I don't know. I think for me it's also personality. Kaya's personality grates at me. Alright, so we've completed 4 of them. We got 4 more to go. This one's called Electrocharge. So let's go ahead and get it done. Again, this is just to complete some steps in my book to get some extra money and rewards. My account's running on the low end of the Mora spectrum, being at only a few 100,000. As comparison, before you say that's nothing, management has about 5 million Mora on her account. So that's why I say, like, I have a few 100,000 Mora, and it's not the best situation, but I did make the mistake of leveling all my characters at once, pretty much. For this trial, we get Barbara and Lisa. Alright, let's go ahead and start with Miss Barbara. I'm not a huge fan of dual catalysts, but we'll get it done. Apply a large area of Barbara, and then electrocute that area as best you can. And then switch back to Barbara, and I like to do her song, because it's the same idea. Basically, just go stand in the middle of them, and it will apply water and electro. You can just wet them and then apply it. Wet them and apply it. It's just a little touchy with Catalyst to where it might not be hitting the people at the same time. But like in my gameplay, I'm less concerned if they're doing that, and more concerned that they're they're getting stuff done. So
Come a little closer. Don't be
trying to
so
shock them all.
frightened.
Come on, Lisa. Come on. Come on with the come on. All right, we got our reactions in this case. What we didn't get is our damage markers. I need like 2,000 more damage in 30 seconds. Not too bad, but I wish they were a little more leveled. Like, let me use my Lisa. That's fair. But yeah, they do give you trial characters, so it's even ground for everyone. Again, you can see like the levels of the creatures in this domain are like 20, so it is intended to be a very early domain for training purposes, for you to get accustomed to Genshin. I think that is one thing about Genshin that I like as opposed to other games with RPG style, is because it teaches you everything it wants you to do. It gives you kind of like an introduction. They give you a glider, then they teach you how to use it. They give you 7 elements, and they give you a domain where they teach you how to effectively use those elements. Every time they asked you to do something early in the game, like boop a teleporter or interact with one of the 7, the Statue of the 7, there was a tutorial step to teach you how you're going to go proceed in that manner. Now, going forward, game difficulty scales and things get harder, and it's not easy peasy like it is when things are level 3, but the application is still there, and they still taught you that application very early. Some games throw you into the game, throw you into the meta, and expect you to be the one that produces the knowledge, the energy, and the effort. We got 3 left. Let's go ahead and do Frozen. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it.
Oh.
Every follow for me is free, and it's a great way to support the channel, so thank you so much for supporting the channel this morning. Hope you're having an awesome day. Alright, let's go. Barbara and Kaya this time. Yes, go Barbara, go. Let's show the people what they want to see. Minute 30, let's do it. Hello? Where y'all at? So we gotta get people wet, and then hit them with the frost. This one was one of the more difficult ones for me because Kaya's aiming, but we'll get it. Okay, we got a couple of people going. Nice. Kaya, freeze. Here we go. We got the freeze for opponents. You just needed to line up for the hurly churlies and get them done. Now, when she runs out of her song and dance routine, I like to use holding down her O and then applying the freeze. Move and get it, and then hit it with that. I need 6 more of them. And Kaya, please. There you go. I need 3 more. We got a new batch coming in, and the song's ready. So what I like to do, swirly whirly the song, and then use his ult when available. And then there you go. That one is done. It's closed out. We're good to go. We can leave the domain, and that should leave 2 more trials we need to run in this domain. Again, there will be announcements right after this, so please stay tuned for those. There are a couple of very important announcements I'd like to make for the channel, and I think they're very big. So if you give me just a few moments to get there, I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you guys so much.
Follow you without even watching?
Alright, crafters. These loading screens, am I right? Alright, Temple of the Lion, we got 2 more objectives to crush. Let's get it done. Crystallize is up next. Crystallize is the Geo option, so let's show you how Crystallize works real fast. I know this is not the most thrilling thing, but like I said, it's just to tick off some things in the book, and then we will move on to some more thrilling content, because I'm sure that Battle Pass is going to need some exciting stuff done. It usually asks you to do some pretty interesting stoofs. Alright, we're going to go ahead and pass. Again, you can read all these at your own pace. I know what they say. I'm not interested. For this one, they give you Ningguang, Kaya, and Jingling. Let's get in there and get it done. What I like to do is start with Jingling and kind of try to group these dudes up like a tiny bit. And once they're grouped up, we give a boba, and then we just use Ning Guang to apply Crystallize while Boba's doing his thing, because it's going to give you a lot of reactions very quickly. When Boba goes away, I switch over to Kaya, use Freeze, and then immediately hit him with the Crystallize to get the reactions. So that one's done. It needs to be Pyro Shards, so we do know Boba one more time. I missed one Crystallize. There you go. I no longer have to worry about it. I now need to use her shields. So I'm now going to just run back and forth and block damage. Using her shield, which does regenerate every once in a while. I'm going to use some rockets just to get that reprocking, and then we're going to throw down her shield. And I'm going to run through it and let them damage on the other side. Just keep running through it. And just keep dropping it. Just keep moving. And I try to use elements and stuff so they'll come by and they will try to hit it. This is really not working for Ning Kwang, but I am doing my best. I have like 13 seconds to do it and it's not working. I had to do this one like 5 times. Excuse me.
Oh, you did it.
I didn't get the damage blocked though. So I don't know if it's going to say failed. Yeah, I failed. So we're going to have to run this one again. I had to do it like 3 times on the other account, on my free to play. So it does let you just restart though, so you can just literally come in here, boop the challenge, and restart. Start with the shields, apply Kaya's stuff. There we go. And then get Booba out here, and then just grab Ningguang and just repeatedly shield. Okay, there's Booba. There we go. I really am failing this one. I'm trying, crafters. Hang on. I don't know how I got this one the other time. I'm struggling, Douglas. I'm down to 17 seconds. I've only done, I've done 1300, so I'm doing like way better this time. Go ahead and hit it with that, and then use Ningguang to block. Combat reactions, I just need to block more damage. Come on. Come on, give it to me. Alright. We'll keep doing it until we get it. I mean, the announcements are just going to have to wait. It's just a matter of I have to get through this for the book because it specifically said you have to do all of these for your book or you make no progress. That's why I've been on chapter 1 like this whole time. So we're going to start with shielding. We're going to hit Kaya. Bring her in her ult. And get a bunch of crystallized. Okay. Then Kaya again. Then try to get the crystallized reaction. I'm trying to just do Kaya's first so we can kind of be done with Kaya's stuff so we can focus on Booba. Alright, and then step through here. Okay, her shields are on cooldown. Let's get Booba out. Start working on that then. And then shield. Last time I was like 1300. Like I said, this one like is challenging no matter where you're at. I don't know if it's just me. I just don't know how to use Ningguang effectively because I've never had an opportunity outside of trial. And her trial, I didn't even use her. So.
On the trial, I used her, but it was an 80.
Yeah, and this is like a level 20 with very little recharge. So. I'm trying to use her shield, but the shield is on like a 12-second cooldown.
She has them all around the arena.
Oh. I don't know. That's not counting though.
Because they have to hit you.
But it's not counting though. They were hitting me, and it never went up past 600 damage. The only one it counted was when the archer hit her like R2. All right, we're just gonna wait for her cooldown to be done, and we're gonna run this until my fingers bleed. Apparently. Oh well, content's content, right, guys? It's not the greatest content, but it is showing you guys how to do this. So if you're struggling, proof is people struggle. It's all right. All right, Ningguang.
Your life is mine.
Nice and spicy.
Don't waste my time.
Cool it. Don't get frostbite.
It's no
Okay, now you just have to damage block.
submit. Give up.
Do they have to go through your thing?
I don't know.
Is that 1200 is 15?
Don't
Huh.
waste my time.
Make them go through it.
Dodge this.
Jesus.
Even management says this is getting a little bit excessive. It hasn't moved in like 3 minutes. Alright, crafters. I'm gonna have to come back to this one because I've run it like 6 times now, and I'm just.
Start.
Hello?
Start button.
Oh, I was like, how do I leave? Alright, I'm just not interested in doing that 15 more times, and I know. Thank you guys for your patience. I will come back and do that one off stream because apparently I can't get it. I don't know. On my free to play, I literally did each one of them one time, and I was done. I don't know why Ningguang is like not getting there. She was 300 points away, and I don't know whether it was picking up shields or what. Because I was picking up the shields, I was throwing out my shield, and Ningguang was just like not getting where meeting the metrics I want. But like I said, I don't have a lot of practice. Like the other characters, a lot of them are free to play, so I've used them. Barbara's level 50 on my account, so I know how to use her. I know how to use Kaya. You know, I just don't know how to use Ningguang as effectively. So,
Yeah, unfortunately not received her yet.
well, I mean, she's kind of a rare pull, so kind of understandable
Or you
that I
have to
don't
wait
have.
a month to buy her.
Right,
2 months to buy her would be weird.
right, and that hasn't happened yet. So let's go ahead and just do the last one, and then I'll
I
get.
actually started in the month that she and Xing Chao started,
Oh,
but I had 0 things to get her.
yeah. All right, let's go ahead and just do swirl, and at least we'll knock that one out. And like I said, after the stream's done, I'll come back. I'll handle crystallize. I don't want to waste your guys' time, and obviously, I don't want to frustrate myself. This game is supposed to be calming and fun and a good time. It's not supposed to be something that you're literally raging at your TV about. So if you ever feel like that, maybe take a step back, do something else, switch your activity, and just life's okay. It's all good. Sauce is fun, you know. And you want to be goated with the sauce because gaming is about being goated with the sauce and feeling awesome. For this one, they give you Jingling, Kaya, and Sucrose. Let's show off the power of air, shall we? I forgot to read the title, but you just need to do swirl reactions. So, my favorite things to do on here, a little Kaya, and then sit there and swirl that. Get out a little Goomba, throw him down, and then just start swirling before he blows fire. Hopefully I can get this one. Can I get your Goomba? Thank you. Goomba. This. Swirl, this swirl, this swirl, swirl, this swirl, this swirl. You got 13 available reactions. Okay. I don't have any Goomba. Can I get some of that? And if you can group them up, you can actually get more people. Like, you could apply it to one and then spread it to others. It's kind of nice that way. Also, if I can get her triangle to proc, that'd be great, because as soon as I do that, it will take on one of the elements it's combined with, and it will apply that, that kind of challenge to everybody. Oh, my sucrose was almost done, but we got it So see, that one was a lot easier. Again, I'll come back and do the crystallize on my own time. I don't want to waste it anymore. We're almost half an hour in, and I want to do more content right now than just the Temple of the Lion. So, as promised, in my brain, we've stepped through and we've done the Temple of the Lion as far as I can. So we're going to go ahead and switch over to doing announcements now. There's 3 announcements for this month. Announcements number 1. This is a drop live stream. Drops are enabled, so please make sure that you're staying on top of your watch time and you're getting your rewards. It's already been about 30 minutes, so some of you may have rewards. Others of you may still need additional watch time, so please be on top of managing that for yourself. I believe if you're going to watch me, you should be paid for doing so during these events. And I think that it's gives positive feedback, for me and for you, and it's great for everyone, but you have to remember to claim your rewards to get them. I just have to stream to do mine. You guys have an extra step of tapping those buttons to do yours. Number 2 is I want to thank everybody who has participated so far in our challenge for this month. If you guys are unaware, in June when I started, I set the expectation that if I had 1,000 Twitch followers by the end of the year, basically by January 1st, that I would do a face reveal for myself and my dog Anubis, who's a boxer rat terrier pit bull mix. And well, I don't think that the 623 followers we have so far, I guess 624 now with the one that just followed the stream, I don't know if we're going to get 400 more people following Twitch. So I expanded it to, hey, recently I've added a YouTube to the channel. If we can get the YouTube to 50 people, then I will honor the January 1st. Guys, we are at 32 people on YouTube. We are incredibly close to getting the meta, hitting the mark, and getting that face reveal on January 1st. So if you guys want to see it, help me. And remember, a follow for me is always free, and that extends to subscribe on YouTube. I don't know why it had to be different terminology, but different platforms say different things. So subscribe on YouTube is equivalent to a follow on Twitch, and it's free. It's a great way to support the channel. I want to thank everyone who's already done it and everyone who's going to do it now that I've mentioned it. So thank you guys for the support. It just tells Twitch and YouTube to promote my content more often and to get more of you guys who like this kind of content brought into the fold. So thank you for that. Announcement number 3 is I have decided we're going to do 2 giveaways this month for Christmas. On Christmas Day, the 2 giveaways, I have a $10 PlayStation card that I'm going to give away to one lucky viewer during the Christmas live stream. Now, the Christmas live stream may not be on Christmas Day because I have family things. So to make it free for everybody, I think I'm going to do it the 26th because that's the day after. So during one of the live streams on the 26th, there will be a giveaway for a PlayStation card, and you will see it because it will be in the title. It's going to be PlayStation card giveaway. No purchase is required to enter. It's just a giveaway. All you have to do is come by for your username to be entered. You do have to say hi, so I know you were there. Management will be taking names, and one of the people who says hi will be entered to win the $10 PlayStation gift card. Number 2 is I'm giving away my copy of Man and Medan for Xbox. 100% free. I'll pay for shipping. I'll pay for everything. All you have to do to get the Man and Medan, similar to the gift card, come by, say hi, and that stream will be titled Man and Medan Giveaway. So if you're interested in getting a free copy of Man and Medan for Xbox or a $10 PlayStation gift card, please make sure that you're watching out for the correct stream. And that during the stream, you say hi, hello. You have to say something so that chat registers that you were there, because it doesn't tell me who stopped by unless I see you chatting. So you just have to chat one time so that management can get your username and make sure that she got you so that you can be entered, because I'm going to use an online shuffling feature, or basically Google, to go through and just pick a name for me. And again, there's going to be 2 giveaways, one for a $10 PlayStation gift card and one for my copy of Man and Medan. These are my Christmas presents to you guys, and I hope that you enjoy them as much as I do. So, I mean, money obviously is that, but I really enjoyed playing the Man and Medan, and I thought that I would gift one of my watchers with a copy. It's something relatively low cost I can do with my budget. And I wanted to thank you all for all of the love and support you guys have showed me since June. We have really built up 600 plus on Twitch, 30 something on YouTube. Thank you guys so much. I couldn't be more honored to be your streamer. Those are today's announcements. Now that I have those out of the way, I want to thank today's sponsor. As always, our sponsor is Management. She has given 100% for this channel this year, and I want to thank her for everything that she is doing and everything she will do. So, those are our announcements and our shoutouts and all of that good stuff packaged up into one little moment. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at our book. Um, all right, so that's page 1. I've got some claims because they gave me those. Sorry, guys, I'm doing my best to keep up with it.
You just have to do
It didn't give me the swirl, even though I did it.
Might be
Oh, because it's crystallize and swirl. So I have to complete crystallize on my own, and then it'll be done. Alright. We're done with that. We're going to go ahead and move forward and do Battle Pass stuff. So you can see, currently my Battle Pass level is 11. Management would like to see me get to Battle Pass level 50, but I'm not sure we're going to do it right now.
Well, you will in the 31.
I don't know if we're I don't know if we're gonna do it. Okay, I'm saying I don't know. I need your support. I need you guys to rally in the chat. Come on, be my cheerleaders. Let's go.
The BP code one.
Right, the BP.
It should.
Yep.
Added a bunch of from the new.
Yeah, there's a bunch of from the new event that just opened today. But mainly what I need to do, get 4 stars in the abyss and make more wishes. So we're working on that. Those are our overall goals. I need to run 8 more bosses, use a ton more resin, spend a bunch more money, complete 16 ley lines, do 3 requests, 3 bounties. There's a lot that's happening. We're going to push through as much of it as I humanly can in my time restrictions. Currently my time is like almost 11, and at 12:15 I need to get off because I have an in real life appointment. So we're gonna be doing like another, I think, hour-ish of content, give or take. My math is terrible. Forget my math. Welcome in if you just came in. But right now, what we're gonna go do is see how much resin I've got. I've got 97, so that affords me 2 boss fights. So I need to find out what 2 bosses would be like the best for me to do for my characters. I have a team of 8 roughly that I'm trying to do for the Abyss. So we're going to start with Heizo. He's one of them. He does need more Anios, I think. And by I think, I mean I need to go to Mondstadt for a minute and see if I can craft any of this stuff. Because I don't want to run a boss fight. Seeing as I can only do the 2 boss fights, I don't want to run a boss fight that I technically don't need. So give me just a moment. Our next segment is going to be me crafting a bunch of stuff and figuring out which 2 boss fights. Then we're going to go do those 2 boss fights. And then we'll see where we are time-wise.
One, two, breathe. 3, 4, and one, two. I created another universe and found I created another
Alright, crafters. I went through everybody real fast, and the only person who needs a boss fight is Heizo, and he needs to run the Rune Serpent. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do one boss fight, and then I'm gonna break out. I'll use the other 40 to do 2 domains. So, instead. So, we're gonna go do this boss fight real fast, and then I'll go through everybody's weapons and figure out what's open today and what we can take care of today for 2 different domains. So, if you guys don't know how to get to it, you need to unlock the Chasm Underground Mines area, and then you will get a teleporter that's right here. You may or may not see the Serpent's Cave if you haven't like completely lit it up, but it is in this left, down and left from the main one. So like I think this is like the main one you get. It's literally just south of that, and you grab this teleporter. It will bring you right above the boss fight. You do need to unlock the chasm area to be able to do this, so just a heads up. We didn't know where the Rune Serpent was until we did it, so I wanted to share that knowledge with the rest of you guys, because I know it's frustrating for management and I. And if it's frustrating for management and I, there has to be somebody else out there that's like, where in the heck? Because we were like, we've never seen little Rune Serpents. What is this? And then it turned out to be a boss item. So fair enough. So we're going to knock this out. It's going to take us a while to do this boss fight, because usually we have management on board. But I am 100% guaranteed my team will do it. We did we soloed the wolf puppy. We soloed the cubes. We got this.
Mr. Bad Boy himself.
Well, grab some geo butterflies on the way down. I only got one of the 3. There he is doing the shark to shark to shark move. So, you basically come into his arena. He's down here. When you first land, he won't trigger. I think that's to prevent you from like immediately fighting this dude. There is a chest back there. We'll take care of that when we're done. I don't know if it's always been there or what. Hello, Mr. Rune Serpent, Excaver, blah, 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 blah. I like to hit you with a little Oz there. And then orders given right away if I have it. And then start hitting you with fire. A little Heizo punch. Like I said, it's just going to take a minute, guys. It's just a matter of kind of slowly hacking at it. Alright. Kiki's not here for the damage. What she does is she is my health kit. So I like to use her for that. Little punch on the there. Wait for him to do something. I could throw Oz out during that, and he can be dealing little Oz damage. While he plays Suck Me into a Vortex for fun. Try to get Yoimiya back out here. Is Oz already gone? Dang. Oz, get back out here. You're not done, buddy. Just trying to wait for him to be in a nice spot to firework him. And you guys can see there's damage popping. It's just not a ton.
Shadow Raven, let night fall.
Drop Oz back on him. My team's not the most impressive crafters, but it does do the job. That's what I want to get through to everyone. Just because you're not hitting 500k doesn't mean you're not.
One-shotting it.
Yeah, you're not. Just because you're not one-shotting it, you're doing 500k with 12 different emotions or elements or swirls or whatever it is, doesn't mean that you're doing nothing and your team is worthless. It just means you don't have a gajillion crit. You can see, if you just watch his health bar the entire fight, it's going to tick down over time. Now, this is my favorite part when he kind of sits still. Because we can get goldfish on him, we can get Oz on him. I can then swirl both those elements and get even more damage out of it. And then I'm going to sit here and I'm going to have to hit him for a minute, get a little health kit going. She is my first aid kit. Now, she is doing damage, it's just very minimal. But I will take her damage, and I will use it to just kind of further the cause. You know, there's an Oz for you, buddy. You'll love that one. Follow that up with some Fire Hazard. When Oz and Fire Hazard hit like initially together, you will see a lot of damage. If you can, try to stay away from his circly worklies. They're not very nice. And then I just wait over here. If I get away from it, I just wait over here. If not, I throw Oz in the middle of it and hope that he electrocutes him. As you notice, I'm not taking care of the corruption piles. You don't have to do it to win the boss fight, and I don't have Noelle to break the crystal, so I'm just not focusing on that right now. You do need like a claymore to really effectively break these crystals. And if I wanted to, I could have moved my party around. I just was like, I want to show that you don't have to break the crystals. Now you see, she took a ton of damage. Official got hit with all his little specials. So I want to show you the first aid kit now. Because it's fine when it's like little baby band-aids. You don't notice it. But just watch Official's health while Kiki sits here and hits on the Rune Serpent. She's not doing great damage, you can see. Like 400 at best. But Official's no longer in a life or death situation. Her health is doing 1,000 times better. And so for those out you saying, Kiki is mid, Kiki is not main, Kiki blah 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 blah, remember, she's a first aid kit, guys. You might not like her, but she's not a DPS unit. And I think that's what triggers a bunch of people. Because everybody wants to talk about the DPS units, the sub-DPS units, the powerhouses, if you will. But they don't want to talk about the supports and the healers and everybody else unless you're talking about jungling. They're like, jungling, Jean, those are the only things we need. And that's great if you have jungling and Jean. That's great. But for those of us... Yeah, for those of us who do not have Mommy Jean or Daddy Zhongli, we have other options. And one of those options is Kiki. I would just like to say that. I'm not saying you have to main her or anything ridiculous. I personally don't main anyone. Heiso's available, but he's part of a party. Like, I have him with a team. Because I don't think any one character could do this by themselves. Now, before all the Ito stands come at me and be like, but Ito hits really, really, really hard when he's built correctly. Yes, I understand that. But what I mean is there are certain situations where you need an element. There are challenges where you have to bring a Pyro or an Electro or a Geo. And you don't have a choice in who you want to bring. And you have to choose somebody to meet those needs. So that's why I mean, like, when I say that I don't think one person can play the game. I know there are challenges where somebody says, oh, I'm going to do Barber, or I'm going to do Kiki, or the most common one I'm seeing where they say Traveler only, and they just use the ability to change elements as, like, the main sauce. Like, goated with the sauce, if you will. I understand that. I got you. I hear what you're saying. What I'm saying is just, I think this is a game was built to have a team of 4, and that team of 4 is supposed to use its purpose, if that makes sense. So. And if I had Zhongli, I don't think I would use him in every situation anyway. Because I've heard a lot of people say that like when you once you get Zhongli, you forget how to block and how to dodge and how to do basic life functions because his shields they're just too good. They just I like Noel's shields are good, but you can't. I have never seen somebody just stand there with Noelle and just you can. But that's anybody though. I don't think there's any level 1 character you take out of the package that's completely successful as a level 1 character. So there you go. There's the Rune Serpent boss. I know it took a little bit of time, but I told you guys. My team is not I'm not a one shot crit damage boss handling slap sky god, alright? I got 2 of the runic fangs, which is really the big deal. These are some things I'm just showing you on screen for a few seconds. These are some of the rewards you can get. The one that you really want is the runic fang because that is the one for the boss fight. For this particular boss, got my 200 adventure XP. Everything's doing good. Got my some character love and all of that good sauce. I would not suggest staying in his arena if you're looking for him to respawn. And I have heard in some cases he has respawned with people in the arena.
Oh yeah, if you log back in later and you're in the thing, it will start the boss fight.
So if you want to do that and you want to log out, log in, and have him on top of you, then GG, bro. Good for you. But if you don't want to do that, you don't want to spawn in and have an immediate boss fight, then you may want to teleport away and not be right there. I don't remember what boss it was, but I think I came back, like I went and did some stuff and I came back and there was a boss, like, and it was there and I lost 2 characters and I was like, never mind, I'm sorry. And I was about to lose a 3rd character. I just ran away. I was like, no, I don't want this. This is not the clap I'm wanting. So tips from somebody who's epically failed. For Genshin today, I do have some Genshin related content, which we're going to get into while I go ahead and look through my weapons. I came up with a list of my top 5 tips for Genshin for completely new players. Like, you just opened Genshin this morning for the first time, you watched your opening scene, you have picked which twin you want to represent, whether you picked Aether or whether you picked Lumine. Hopefully you picked Lumine, because my first tip is the 2 twins actually have different statistics. They actually have different attacks, different attack damage, different speed, all those kinds of things. And if you line them up on the internet, Lumine has higher attack and higher damage than Aether. But if you didn't pick Lumine, that's okay. Both twins are usable. Both twins complete the story. There's really nothing wrong with it. I'm just telling you that for my main account, I picked Aether, and he does less damage than his sister. It's a fact. They did you dirty. They didn't tell you. They made it look like an innocent choice. Pick the boy, pick the girl, but on the back end, Lumine is the superior twin. With that said, we're going to go ahead and open up my menu and start looking at my weaponry. See if there's any domains I can do today. You want the horns. I don't think horns are,
No, it said tomorrow.
well, I can't. Tuesday, Friday, and Sunday. So that's not today. Okay, so if I see horns, I know that's not today. What do you need for your cool steel? Because I can't get you a better sword. You need tablets. Tablets are today, so that's going to be one of them. We're going to run that. I'm just going until I get 2 of them, so... Today, you need chains, but... yeah, you don't really need chains, but that's okay. Let's try you. You need horns. Horns are not today. You need chains. Chains are not today. Okay. So far, I may be doing one domain twice. You need Zabals. Zabals are not today. Skip over to Noelle. See what she needs. She needs the weird bricks. Bricks are not today, but she doesn't really need them. Goody. And the last one I was looking at was Sucros's book.
Oh, that's not even a good one.
Management says it's not a good one. It's just the emerald orb because...
You're supposed to be giving her that one.
Give her this one. Well, that one doesn't really need a domain, I don't think. Does it? Oh, of course. So, basically, in short, I'm back to doing one domain in the tablets. So I guess we'll just do double tablets. Meow. Just is what it is. Hi, I don't need him. I need his weapon, please. Oh, it wasn't him either. Was it? It was you, right?
It was Kiki's.
I get confused, guys. I've got 8 characters I'm trying to run through. I get a little lost. What management does usually is make a list for me, which that helps. So we're going to go ahead, teleport over the domain, and we're going to hit tip 2 while we're teleporting. For, again, people who've just opened the game, this is their first day. Tip number 2, after character selection, obviously, and picking Lumine if you haven't already decided. She's the better twin. Tip 2 would be do as many quests as it requires for you to wander off by yourself, and then stop and go explore for a bit. I think that a lot of people, they get into this mindset that it's a game with quests, therefore quests are always, you need to just boom, 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 boom. But what I have found is that leveling is easier through both books, experience, and money when you put exploration before you put exploration before questing. You will always have those quests. They will always need to be done. So taking a moment, stepping back and taking a moment and exploring does not hurt you. It doesn't cost you anything. It's a free thing. You don't have to use resin. You just need to put time, energy, and effort into it. And it's something that will pay you in the long run because you've got those books, and then you can go ahead and level your character. You've got that money. You can go ahead and make better decisions. So those are my first 2 of the 5 tips. The third tip is to not go around and take every single side quest known to man, as some quests can limit your co-op capability or get you stuck. There's a lady named Lan in Leeway that did it to management, and she hated her for it. She's right next to Catherine. Don't click her if you don't want to be stuck.
It's a time trial thing, like 500 things.
Yeah, it's just a really big thing. So make sure that you're not taking every single side quest, because some of them can lock you out of things like co-op that you may want to participate in, and it's kind of a silly thing that Genshin's done. So that would be tip number 3. I will give you the last 2 tips after we run this domain. Let's get into it. I don't want there to be no action and all talking. I know that's no fun for anyone. So let's get Heizo up top and go ahead and take care of this domain. I didn't do the top tier domain because I wasn't feeling it, but I did do a 59. So let's hit it. Come on, guys. Again, this is all just practice for the Abyss, seeing where my characters are, what they can improve, all that good stuff. Remember to get my Oz out. That might be helpful. Use my fuses lit, because this particular domain likes to give you a time limit, and you have to destroy enemies to progress your time. And if you don't destroy enemies, you run out of time and fail the domain. It's just that simple. Which sounds extremely stressful, but after you've done it a few times, you just focus on what you're doing, and you'll be alright. Get her in here. Can you turn around and fight the people behind you, if at all possible? Yeah, I know, but like, she was shooting him, and her regular arrow is not gonna do it. Okay. Okay, fine. If you guys insist on all being together, we'll treat you like like a party of 1, bro. Okay, Mr. Semichurl, you get out of here so I can focus on the slimes, please. Thank you. Get that in. Hit him with the blink. Blink him with the snake. Really, you spawn another one of these little annoying guys in here. Anyway, this is just a matter of brute forcing your way through. If you have a lot of damage, good for you. I am so glad that your account works that way. For me, it's just make it work. Okay, it's just continuously make it work. Please don't mind my phone. We ordered some groceries, and we're trying to receive said groceries. Because last night we did a grocery order, and what happened was, during the grocery order, towards the ends of it, the Instacart driver decided, I think, that she was just done, and she said that 12 items were completely out of stock. And I would have bought that because where we live, it's kind of a niche place if it hadn't been within like 1 second of each other.
Like boom, 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 boom.
So, and I just don't think that she went down every aisle within 4 seconds. So we're having to replace the order today. I'm about to run out of time. Please take this guy out like now. Please, please do something. Someone do something. And I failed.
You got it.
How on earth,
Last second.
in the last 1 second, did Heizo pop that? Okay, guys. Okay.
Because if it still counts it even if it's at like 0.
Wow. Yeah, he just swirled him to Darnation. So you can see my team again, not the best. That's why we're here in the domain. We're working on it. We're doing our best. I didn't even get a purple. Alright, let's go ahead and continue. As I need to run this again, I'm willing to pay for it again. While it's loading in, I'll go ahead and give you tip number 4. Again, these tips are for people just open the game today. You're like, what do I do? Where do I go? My next tip would be to, as soon as you unlock the book, follow the book. And as soon as you unlock the battle pass, use those 2 items as guiding nature. Now I know it doesn't help you in the exact first second, but I believe that it's a very low AR level when you get access to both those items. And once you should be working towards building your AR the entire time, and once you get those 2 items, they are more. They're more helpful in building early game than just questing, exploring.
I have another tip for them too.
Management has a bonus tip.
So when you get locked at 25 or 35 or 45 or whatever, wait it out. Don't go and hurry up to ascend.
So management said,
Bank that XP.
if you guys didn't hear, you at
I
at
failed my first one.
level 25, it locks you and says you can go no further until you ascend. 99.9% of players ascend.
Yeah.
0.001% are smart and they keep themselves at 25 until the game says, hey, you can't have any more XP because your XP will just stack up to a certain point. We don't know what that point is, but
My main account's at like 110,000.
yeah. She's got like 110,000 XP over something like that. But I think it per level there's a number that it stops at. Make it stop you so that when you do come in, it's going to push you way up. Instead of you going in, starting at the bottom, having to build.
And at level 25, dude, when you level up, it makes your world tier go up.
Yep. And it makes everything gets harder after that point. So just keep that in mind. Great bonus tip for management. Our last tip will be after this fight. Kiki. Kiki, get out the bubble. Get out your bubble. I hate when they go in the bubble crafters. It's really annoying. You can see he actually does massive damage once he comes in. Even if people have been tapped out at all, like he can come in with a swirl and just bloop, bloop, bloop. And he can really move our time along and our kill count along as well. Let's get him something to swirl, and then let's just go to Swirl Nation for a second. I don't want to be that close again. You gotta do 22 people in here. It's not 2 seconds. So he's on cooldown with his stuff. What I like to do is also use Kiki, but her healing stuff's on cool. Everybody on cooldown. Oh, fantastic. Fishy, can I have Oz, please? No? Well, I'll use your ult then. It's fine. I just want the backup. Okay, we run through 18 people already. Alright, let's make it 19. Sweet. We're trying to break the bubble as quickly as possible, but
Sacred name, fortune preserver.
I'm out of like everybody's stuff though. Maybe some physical damage. Come on. Come on, bro. This mage always agitates me, man.
He's at his level.
Bring it on.
Aw, I didn't get it. That's what I thought I did the first time. So we're
Talent level is not good. Said your
Tal-
talent level was below average.
bruh, my talent level's perfect. Leave me alone. I can't level his talents anymore, I don't think.
Okay, so they're at 3. Okay, what is...
I am stuck on these scrolls that are actually today. Well,
Where's your answer?
we're gonna go ahead and leave this domain and go do that then. If this domain doesn't like it. Start and leave. I don't have to run over there. Okay, so the last tip of my 5.
Because your talent things aren't good, but everything else is.
Well, my talents are, yes, they're behind, but it's because they're locked with like the same things that are for leveling up, so I get kind of sidetracked. My last one would be don't build your characters with a generic build.
Don't build everyone up.
Yeah, don't build everyone and don't build them generic.
Pick a team. At first, pick a team.
I know it's confusing. So, we're going to start with the beginning. You're going to get some characters. You're going to come in, you're going to get a Traveler. You're going to get an Amber. You're going to get some other free characters, which include, like, Kaya and Lisa. Those are, like, the main 4 they give you. I know they give you 8, but those are the first 4 you get. Go through and build them as much as you can until you get other characters from either pools or you get your other 4 free characters. If you guys don't know, there are 8 free characters. I will list them now. Traveler is your free 5-star. Then you get Amber. Then you get Lisa and Kaya. That's 4. After that, you can get Barbara from leveling up to a certain level.
It's by finishing, I think, the Archon quest. The first
Oh, you finished. I think she's right. I think you do the Storm Terror quest and you get access to Barbara. That makes 5. Then you can get Noelle by simply doing your first 10 pull on the beginner's banner, and they kind of hand it to you. So you're guaranteed Noelle when you pull on that banner. So there's Noelle. So that's 6. The last 2 you can get access to by doing floor 3 and floor 4 of the Abyss. You only have to complete the floor. You don't even have to get a star. Yeah.
He only got 2 stars.
Our friend literally just pushed through it, and he said he missed one of the stars. It still gave access. Those 2 characters are Jingling and Kali. So in total, your 8 characters for free are your 5-star Traveler, and then 7 4-stars. But they're pretty good. This is if you don't pull anybody or get anything else. Those are the 8 characters.
Guaranteed another 5-star with the beginner banner too.
You're guaranteed a 5-star, but you might get a weapon.
I think it said a character.
It-
It said a character.
It did not. It didn't say. It said guaranteed a 4-star character. Like you could get basically if you mess up on the 5-star and you get a weapon, you're guaranteed another 4-star character. But anyway, I just gave you the 8, regardless of what you do with pulls. You may pull other characters when you start getting characters of the same element. My recommendation is to look at each character and level them to themselves. Because what I saw last night was a woman on YouTube who she was leveling, she said Animo gets the same thing across all of her Animos. So she was giving them the same, she was going through and giving them the same setup for every single Animo character. And then she would go to Geo and she would do the same thing, and it was messing her up. Because, for instance, Noelle's skills off of defense, and she was doing attack for all of her Geos. So her Noelle was, all kinds of janky. So my point is, make sure you're looking at your character, seeing what they scale off of, and building to their strengths. That was my point. So those are my 5 tips for beginners, as I don't really have any tips for anybody beyond beginners, as I myself am a beginner. I would rate myself as, a tier 1 beginner, as I have played this for a little bit of time now, and I do have some basics under my belt. Alright, with that said, let's go find out what I need to do for Taizo. I was trying to say Talents and Heizo at the same time, and he upgraded and changed his name. So the one thing he needs for my favorite move that he does is these 4 things. In Inuyasuma. Well, we're going to quickly teleport there. And I only need the blue scrolls, so we're going to take whatever the bare minimum we can do is. Let me get a time check. Okay, I've still got just under an hour with you guys. Alright, fantastic. Alright, guys, let's go ahead and run this domain. We got this. I believe in us. Alright, so I literally need the blue scrolls, and it says you can get blue scrolls at 54.
This one's electric.
But then I'm like, my brain is like, I could go down here and just craft. You know what, we're just going to craft. I don't want to mess up. I only want to spend a 20.
We did that domain a few times like a week ago.
Well, I just want to spend the 20, so. I'm trying to like, because one of my biggest problems is I forget to use my dang resin.
Use it or lose it.
Use it or lose it, guys. Use it or lose it, like management said. So we're going to go into the baby one.
I love how his name's Basson.
And for this one, it is an electric domain. So I am going to double my electric output by bringing Lisa in place of Yoimiya. And the only reason for that is resonance. Now, if you guys have never seen this menu, how I got here is I just went into this area and clicked the R stick, which shows you like whatever you could get double. So you can get double of any element, and then there's one for if you pick 4 different elements. So in this case, I got high voltage, affected by hydro for 40% less time, superconduct, overload, electrocharge, quicken, aggravate, or hyperballoon have 100% to generate an electro element particle. Now, that probably sounds like blah 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 after like the hydro, okay? Because when I first looked at high voltage, all I understood was the first sentence. What it says after that is superconduct, overload, electrocharge, quicken, agitator, hyperbloom, which are the electro effects, have a 100% chance, so they're guaranteed to generate electro element particles, which are like, what is that? Electro element particles just fill your skills faster. That's all they do. Particles fill your skills. So what it's saying is your skills for electro are going to generate faster when you trigger any of the electro effects. There you go. I translated it for those of you who felt like me and felt like, what on earth does this sentence mean? That is the effect for 2 electros. You get reduced damage from hydros by 40%, and you have a chance to regenerate your electro skills faster. I would love to have a Miko or a Mommy Raisin. Raiden. Mommy Raiden.
Well,
I can't talk today.
her banner's gonna be.
But I don't. So we're doing a Lisa official comp.
So pretty.
It is a gorgeous domain, but I'm a little nervous because, like I said, normally management just comes over and does these for me. You can see there's like little flowers and stuff we gotta pick up as well. Those will help us as well. Alright, let's start with Fishy. Let's go. Lisa is literally here to buff Fishy. Let's go. You got 6 minutes to do 10 opponents. Not too bad. She's not actually hitting that bad with her bow right now. What I like to do on this big guy is circle him, and then use another skill like Heizo, and just kick him in the face, and then he's done. There's my Lisa. She's not horrible. Plus, you have to remember, I'm kind of buffing their regen of their skills and stuff. So, there you go. Where you at? Where you at, buddy? You're running down my time. Where are you? Hello? Oh, you're over here. I was like, where are you? And we're done. I probably could have done a slightly harder one, because that was the easy baby level. But, after the last time of failing, I really didn't want to fail again. So, like I said, my team needs to do push-ups. They need to do crunches. They need to get beefier. We're working on the chonk, alright? Because until you hit level 90 and are perfect and have fully leveled 5 stars, that's... Oh. So what management means, if you heard her screaming, it gave you a blue one, alright? And you all are like, management, you're colorblind. That's green. Every time you hit 3 of a tier, so in this case I have 3 greens. 3 greens equal 1 blue. 3 blues equal 1 purple. 3 purples equal 1 yellow. That's gold, but... that's how it works. You get 3, and you can go do what I'm going to do now. So the next thing I'm going to explain is some alchemy. I know I already did some. Yeah, management loves the alchemy table. I know I showed you the alchemy table already, but I was doing stuff. This time I'm going to take a moment and explain the alchemy table. And it unlocks when you hit 25 exactly. Timaeus is like, "Hey, how you doing?" And you're like, "Who are you?" And he's like, "I'm your best friend." Okay.
Well,
I
not him personally.
For those of you who know, Sucrose is the one in Mondstadt, but Timaeus shows up first. You don't get Sucrose till later. Like Sucrose doesn't stop by until later, because at the beginning of the game she's off doing some stuff. And there's a dude there named Timaeus. So you're looking for Timaeus initially. So, because a lot of people are like, oh, it's Sucrose's table, and then you're standing there looking for Sucrose, and she might not be there for you.
Well, there is one there too. If you want to show that.
Yeah, but this is a later game area. I'm trying to show.
They have baby stuff.
I want to show like where we're at. Also, quick tip: hit triangle.
You have enough for another domain.
It shows you a list. Yeah, but I want it to regen. I would like it to regen to a boss. So. What we're doing is you just pick where you want to go. If you only have leeway in Mondstadt, what you could do is you can go to leeway, and then you could like say you're in leeway, you just flip to Mondstadt, and it's going to put you exactly at the heart of the city. You just click this and teleport in. There's 2 teleporters in Mondstadt. This is not hard. There's one high, one low. The one in the back of the city is high. The one in the front of the city is low. And what I mean by that is literally the other one is in a tower, and you have to like fly down to wherever you're going. So, let's go to the low one. The low one is also the easy one to boop. Okay, it's the easy boop, and it's also right next to Timaeus. Like you cannot miss this man if you come in this teleporter. If you miss him, you may want to go to the octometer. So when you load in, you're gonna see there's like a down that way. There's stairs behind you. You're basically the Knights of Favonius are up there. You're standing in front of them. Okay, there's a teleporter right here. There's these 2 people have a sus conversation. You just jump between them. You'll see the fountain. To the left of the fountain, there's a dude, Timaeus, as I said, right here. Scholar of Alchemy. You're going to hit craft. Boom. We know what we're looking for. We're looking for blue scrolls.
But did you know what the name of the scroll was?
Oh, man, that's right.
There's 3.
You need to make sure that you know what you're doing. So, to make sure you know what you're doing, please go to the character that you want to do whether you're leveling them, you're leveling their weapon, you're doing their talents, whatever it is you're trying to level, go to the character you want, pick the area you want to focus on. For me, it's I want to go to Heizo, I want to go to his talents. Once you pick the area, go to the item you're interested in, whether it's Heizo, whether it's your character, whether it's the talent, whether it's the weapon. Locate it. Go ahead and do whatever button it is to get this screen up. Okay, they're different buttons, but for this one it's just level up. Go to the item you're needing. Right stick it. That's how I got that page where I knew where they came in from. It also gives you the name. So in this case, I need to make 4 guides to transitions. So now I know I need 4 guides to transitions. You need to know how much you need and what it's called. Now you need to go in here. If you already know what you need and what it's called, good for you. I'm trying to help those like me who don't do it. I can only make 2.
Wait. It's squared.
Management. Hang on. So what I do is I go to the max level, whatever it is. I need 4, I can only make 2. What management is yelling about for you guys, which she's jumping the boat, getting too happy, that's why she doesn't do these tutorials, is before you click go on anything, cooking or crafting, if that button down there is going woof, 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 like you just saw it do, you need to hit square. Because what that is telling you is somebody in your list wants to do something for you. In my case, Miss Layla wants to offer me, when Layla crafts character talent materials, she has a 10% chance to receive double the product. So Miss Layla has offered to step in here.
That's the first thing I saw Layla do.
Yeah, she does scrolls. So anyway, if it's flashing, please make sure you're selecting the correct character. As for cooking and crafting, there are certain characters that get bonuses, and they will tell you what bonuses they're providing for you. Then you're going to go ahead and craft. This page will come up. It's basically going to confirm that you want to use item 1 to make item 2. It's also going to tell you how much more it's going to cost. These Mora transactions are very low. Please don't let it scare you that you're going to have to spend Mora plus the items. I have not found a single transaction, even going to the gold tier items, correct me if I'm wrong, management, but going to the gold tier items are still not so expensive that you can't do it. Now maybe if you were doing it all day every day 24/7 it would be an issue, but per transaction I've never found them. In this case it's going to be 350 bucks. You're going to confirm it. It's going to do a whoop and then a screen, and she didn't do it, but I got my scrolls, and now I'm 2 scrolls closer to what I need to do. Alright, so that's the setup for that. Our next step, as we've still got time together today, is we're going to go back into Battle Pass and see what other items we can tick off, if anything. I want to show you where bounties and requests are. So in Mondstadt, back at the teleporter, I'm not going to teleport, but go from Timaeus, you can go up here, go to the teleporter. If you go down and to the right, you'll see these stairs. Go down the stairs. You do have to unlock this lady. I'm sorry, I don't remember exactly when Miss Hertha unlocks, but when she does unlock, she is the manager for Mondstadt. So you'll go ahead and you'll speak with her, and she'll have a little bit more conversation the first time, but after that she pulls up this menu. This is where you pick up your bounties and your requests for Mondstadt. Every city has one of these people. I'm just showing the one for Mondstadt because that's the first city everybody unlocks, and if you don't have other cities, I don't want to be like, here's the one for Leeway if you don't have Leeway. So here is Mondstadt. It shows bounties, requests, Mondstadt quests, and then world exploration. You get bonuses for doing all these different things, and if it ever tells you you have reputation in Mondstadt, this is where you need to go to take care of it. You can see I've got a very poor reputation. I've only got reputation level 2 in Mondstadt. There's other things I can do. It wants me to complete 3 bounties and 3 requests. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to pick up our requests first. When you open it, it's going to give you 3 different cards from 3 different people. Choose check. You can read it if you want to. If you don't want to read it, you can just go ahead and say okay. This one you can take all 3 without having to really run around. So now I've got the 3 requests in my pocket. Then you'll go over to bounties. You can only take 1 bounty at a time. In my case, typically just to do the battle pass thing, I'm just going to do the low tier bounty. I'm going to accept it, and then you'll click X to check the map. It's going to give you a big old circle where these people are. You're going to want to get as close as you can to it or inside of it. So in this case, I've chosen to teleport right away. So I'm going to show you how to do a bounty now. I'm only going to go over the process the first time, but I am going to perform 3 bounties. So you can do the 60, the 80, or the 100. What those apply to is how much reputation you get for completing each bounty. If you do 3 100 bounties, you'll get 300. If you do 3 80s, you'll get 240. If you do 3 60s, you'll get 240. But I'm happy with the 240. So get inside the circle, and then you'll use elemental vision by using that one. So it's L1 and left on PlayStation. And you'll see these little blue arrows. You wanna follow the little blue arrows, okay? So I think it's up this way. I'm terrible at this, but I'll do my best to show you the way. All right, you get 10 minutes to do the bounty. I have run out of time before, so try to do it as quickly as you can. In this case, if you see these dudes that are highlighted in white that have a weird name, if Hurley Churls have a weird name or anyone has a weird name, you want to simply eliminate them. Okay, because they're hiding clues. So goodbye. This case it's a clue one. I know how to do these. Just use your characters, eliminate the Hurley Churlies as quickly as you can, and then we need to go to the next one. So it says to go this way now. Boop, boop, boop. And you have to do, I think it's like 3 sets of things. Real fast. And then when you're done with the 3 sets of things, it will tell you the location of your actual target. Yours won't be this hard if you're just starting out. Mine are just a higher level. So that was Tracks Discovered 1. Apparently it wasn't the Hurley Churlies, it was the slimes, but whatever. You get the idea. You're basically murking things out to get to the next item. Where's the next thing? And it will be inside. All of it will fall inside of this beautiful little box that is the circle. I'm staying high so I can just keep looking. I'm betting I need to go over there, though. Management said you don't have to do these steps. You can find the target. But I tend to just do these steps. I need to pick up the pace a little bit. We're running a little slow.
Life
Did that give me a track? No, but it opened a chest. Okay, sweet. Let's get the chest real fast, and then keep looking. For me, this part's confusing, but I promise you it's doable. Oh, there's our target. When you see a person or an item with like a gold, an elemental view will have that little gold ping above its head, that means that's your target.
Oz, reveal thyself. Midnight Phantasmagoria.
So we're trying to take out this whooper flower. And of course it had to do like that dang annoying attack. Oh, that was track 2 of 3? That wasn't even the target? I thought the target had gold above its head. What the heck? Okay, apparently that was track 2 of 3. Okay. Management said it always has gold. My bad. It does not have gold. Okay. I learned something new. I thought it all had gold. Oh my gosh. I'm still not going to be done with this. Okay, go, go, go. I hate this part. Oh, it said that there's a track up here. These purple tracks can be investigated. There you go. You found enough clues. Yo, we are looking for a mage, But the whooper flower was just telling you that was the one. It shows the same gold thing when it shows the target. So where on earth is this mage? We have to find the mage now. Fell down fighting the flower. Like I said, please take my advice with a grain of salt. Oh, it's a giant triangle for the bounty. I just knew it was gold. Okay. So gold means something that you need to do, basically, essentially. I'm just using Hyzo to swirl it. Freeze him because I don't want him moving around anymore. I want to be able to just chip away at his shield. I know there's more effective ways to do it. This is just the way I like to do it. Everybody's got a different method. Do you, crafters. Be original. Be who you are. If meta doesn't work for you, don't do meta. If you don't like it, don't do it. If you can get the job done, you don't have to take anybody's advice. That's how I feel. Your way could be just as successful as everybody else's way, even if it's not the standard way that everybody says you should run things. That's fine. You saw, I did it within the time limit. It says go back to the woman we spoke to get my reward. So now you just go to teleport. You go over here and just teleport back. And then you'll just speak to her. She'll let you claim the rewards for doing a bounty. And for specifically Battle Pass, you do need to complete all 3 of the bounties. You do need to do 3 bounties. Now, you don't have to go 60, 80, 100. You could do 3 of 1, 2 of 1. You can mix and match however you want to do it. Personally, I just take the easiest one. So what I'm going to do is go speak to Miss Hertha. I'm going to say, hey, I'm going to take care of that. You'll go to bounties, and you'll click claim reward. And it tells you how long it's refreshed. You'll get paid some reputation. They also will give you Mora, so if you're low on Mora, this is a good way. I just got my reputation up. When that happens, you need to hit triangle, come to this brilliantly white page, and claim an additional award, which I just got a diagram for something to craft. Alright, thank you so much. Then we're going to go back into bounties, and we're going to say, hey, I'm down to do it again. I think that's an Eye of the Storm that I have to fight, but I'm going to accept it. I'm going to say, hey, I'm ready, because it will regenerate whatever bounty you did. So if you do the 60, it regenerates the 60. You do the 180. The only way you're going to know where your bounty is, though, I kind of messed up and backed out. You're going to need to check on map. The only way I found, and then you're going to need to, while this map is up, go ahead and teleport. I don't know if you go to the location separately if it works. So this is the way I found to do it. This is the way I'm going to tell you guys to do it. If you find another way to do it, drop it in the chat, drop it in the comments. Let's all educate each other and have discussion in Discord, because like that's one easy way, discourse rather, that we can all learn and grow together. So I'm in the circle. I got 10 minutes to find it. Let's check my site. And while your flying sight does work, you see a purple thing in the water. Purple and gold are your friends here in Bounty Nation. They'll tell you about what you're supposed to do. So I'm supposed to land on this rock and then investigate. Okay, that's track 1. Okay, now I need to go this way. You don't have to fight extra things if you do not want to. It wastes time, energy, and effort. So if you don't want to, just pass it. All right, just pass it and keep going. Is it up again? It looks like it says it's up again. I gotta stamp up before I go up again, so I'm just gonna grab some of this fruit while I'm waiting, and then I'm gonna go for a climb. If you don't have a lot of stamina, you can try to find ways around and stuff like that. Or you can try to use a stamina brew or a number of things to try to get around a little bit easier. Alright, there's clue 2. Sometimes it's really fast and really pop it off, and sometimes not so much. It says downish. Okay, hello, where are we going? This way. It's just the wind points a certain direction. You just gotta pay attention to what direction, like, if you don't get what direction it's going, it makes kind of a line, if that makes sense. It's saying something's here. Okay, there you go. I found enough clues. He just wanted me to pick up that sweet flower. And now it's going to tell me where my actual dang bounty is. I fell. Fantastic. If you fall, it's not the end of the world, guys. Just keep following its directions. As long as the lines are kind of going your way, you're going the right way. Okay, it says to go this way. Got 10 minutes. Use your 10 minutes wisely. It looks like it wants me to go in the air, but I'm just like, do you want me to go up this path? Is that the thing? Like, is that what you want? Oh, there's a viewpoint. Let's grab that real fast. Okay. Yeah, it wants me to go up there. Which, dang, that's going to be a really big climb again. Alright, let's go up. Some of these are kind of circular, where you end up going to the same flipping points repeatedly. Come on, Lisa. Come on. Don't fail. Oh my gosh, she's going to fail. There's, like, no way. I need to go down. Okay, that's not happening. Alright, let's try a different point. We've got 7 minutes to find it and mark it out, so. If she just stopped going down, this would probably help. So we're going to stamp up, and we're going to get it done. Again, this is bounty 2 of 3, so we're going to be doing it just for a moment. Check that it wants more. It wants that way. Okay. How high is that? We could do that. Still got 7 minutes. I got the clues really fast. Sometimes you get the clues really fast, then you have to go play the climb something game or the go somewhere game. Come on. Come on. I'm gonna make it. I believe in myself. Never gonna make it. Never gonna be good enough to fake it. Oh, there's my target right up there. For these guys, you're gonna want a bow. Good thing I have fishing. You wanna knock them out of the sky. Or do damage to them while they're up. One of the two. Throw all those out, and then while he's down here, I'm just gonna swirl. Swirl doesn't do the best, just to let you know, because it's an animo item. So, just gotta win this fight, that's all we gotta do.
By royal decree.
Only thing with bows that I dislike is when they use their auto attack, they back up.
Let's spark things up a little.
Oz, reveal thyself.
Alright, bounty complete. There you go. Alright, one more time, we're gonna go back. We're gonna go head back to the town. It looks like I got an adventurer guild thing for today. I'll show you how to take care of Catherine's stuff towards the end of the stream. I'll show you where Catherine is among stat and the things that Catherine handles. But right now we're focusing on knocking out these bounties, and then if I have additional time, I'll do the quests. If not, I can do the quests a little bit later. It's not a big deal. What are we working with time-wise? Okay, I've got about 30 minutes left, so probably not going to do the request right now. So we will go do this last bounty, and then I'll show you how to where to find Catherine and Mondstadt, what Catherine can do for you, and kind of things to keep in mind when speaking with Catherine. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and claim our rewards. Another 20 grand, another 60 experience, sweet. And then it's saying it's another mage. I'll do you guys a solid, and I'll show you this last one. Now, management has a fair point. One thing I did not mention is when you open the targets page, on the right side of the panel it says targets special traits. According to Intelligence, this target has the following special traits. This particular target is invulnerable to geo damage and invulnerable to electro damage, meaning that if you bring an electro unit or you bring a geo unit, they are not going to damage this target at all. Additionally, the target has the following weaknesses. Takes increased damage from sword-wielding characters, and takes greatly increased damage from plunging attacks. So what that means, if you jump, if you're in the air and you end up plunging down on the target, it's going to do a lot more damage. If you use a sword-wielding character, it will do slightly more damage. You can see every single one of them. When you click to check it, it tells you like, hey, here's its information, and there will be on the right side, it will have the information from Intelligence. I'm going to go ahead and do you a solid. I don't really want to run another mage, so let's go ahead and do one of the Oogda Boogda boys. We're going to check our map. So you pick whatever one you want to do. Next thing you got to do is read it. So in this case, we're going to want to use a sword person and try to do plunge attacks. I usually fail in the plunge attacks, but I do have Kiki, and Kiki does have a sword in party, so she'll be the main. Like Fischl's been doing the last ones. She's gonna come in here and she's gonna handle the business. Because if I use Fischl, it said he's invulnerable to Fischl's attacks. Like absolutely not. Doesn't care that Fischl's hitting him, kind of thing. All right, we've entered the area. Now we just gotta find the stuff. It didn't show me the first time. Sometimes it freaks out a little bit and doesn't. You got an exclamation point. That means you're important. That means we gotta beat you up for some intel here. Because the crafters need to know where the heck the big boy is. Alright, so do you have the information, sir? Where is he? You had an exclamation point, but you weren't the one. Okay, fantastic. I swear sometimes it tells you to do stuff, and then it's just, that's not the one. So, where are we going? Are we climbing the mountain again? Is that what we're doing? Are we mountain climbers? Oh, Chi-Chi, you're gonna have to climb this mountain, buddy. Again, I did mention there is a way to fail bounties. If you run out of 10 minutes, you will fail the bounty. No worries, just go get it again. If you really want to do it. Okay, the investigate is literally right here, but it's not letting me investigate. Sometimes you got to do it more than once, guys. This is a free-to-play game. It does have some issues. So, if you run into an issue like I did, just keep working with it. Be patient. Don't panic if it doesn't work. You got this, bud. Just remember that. You got this. You're a wonderful person. You're awesome sauce. You've got this. You just need to focus. Alright, pick that flower. That was the one that's going to give us the intel. Tracks discovered. 2 of 3. Alright. Continue this way. If you guys haven't figured it out, they just make straight lines. You follow the straight lines. I know it can be a little confusing. It's hard for me to see with my eyes. If you can't find them, management says there is a way to walk around and find the target by yourself. But it's a pretty big circle, so try to do this first. Alright, we found enough clues. Now we need to find our target. So now it says to go this way. You want to try to get the clues as fast as you can to have the most amount of your bounty time available to do the fight or whatever the case is. Looks like it's going to be a climb, but I'm going this way. Oh, I should have grabbed that frog. Blah, blah, blah. Please don't be up top on that really dang tall... Are you... You are, aren't you? I'm telling you, like, wherever is, like, the most inconvenient place is where they are standing. Yeah, it wants up. Okay. Where's the easiest way to climb this cliff face? You're looking for a spot that has, like, some rests, or has peaks, or gets you somewhere, or does something for you. Unless you have, like, ultimate stamina. If you have full stamina, and you've gotten all the Oculuses, then maybe you can knock it out, alright? In my case, I still don't have full Oculus. I have a lot, I just don't have full. Come on. Come on. She does big jumps. We got this. Alright. There you go. There's the big man. We just gotta beat him. We're gonna start with that. So I could be healing the whole time. Because, like I said, she's not a damage dealer. She doesn't do as much damage. But she's gonna have a buff right now. So she's gonna do more damage than other people are to him. Like, Fischl will do absolutely nothing to him. I can swirl the damage a little bit just to help him out. And then get back in there. And just... Two types of attacks also is another thing. So if when you click O, that is attack type 1. I love that this guy is just pummeling me into the floor. Now that you're standing in fire, I'm going to swirl the daylights out of you. But anyway, as I was saying, with a sword especially, or with any kind of weapon, there's two types of attacks. Attack 1, I'm just tapping O. If I hold O, I do a slightly different attack. I'll show you after he's gone what it looks like, what the difference is, but tapping and holding. Holding does take stamina, so make sure you have the stamina to do so. But tapping doesn't take any stamina. You could tap, tap, tap. You could tap all day long. Getting some milk. Bounty completed. Alright, so I'm going to go over here. I'm going to show you what it looks like. So like I said, this is Kiki tapping. Right? That was Kiki. That's all Kiki tapping. This is all just her swinging her little sword. Alright. When I hold it down, you can see she does one consecutive movement, like a leap forward and a big swoosh, but it does consume some stamina. So again, this is just me tapping it. That is me holding it. Alright, I hope that helps as well, because I didn't really understand the difference. So now we're going to do two things. The first thing is we're going to teleport back to Mondstadt. Okay? The next thing, after we discuss with Hersa, we're going to claim our battle pass, then we're going to go talk to Catherine, we're going to square everything up. And then our stream for right now is going to go ahead and wrap up. I'm going to do our outro, and I'm going to drop some reminders for you guys, and then I'll see you guys later. And I hope that you have an incredibly safe and secure Thursday. I hope that everything goes well for you, that nothing bad happens to you, all that good stuff. I don't know why I jumped down here, because my brain was like, we gotta go Catherine. Well, that's not true yet. What we gotta do is, you have to claim these bounties. Doing the bounties and not claiming them does not do you any good. So, go back to her one last time, ask her, and you don't have to do these all three in like one go. Just has to be within the weekly. So you can see instead of 20 grand, she gave me 25,000. Instead of 60, she gave me 80, but that's because I did a middle one. And now it says that my weekly progress, I'm done. I've done my 3 of 3. No more bounties for me. Like, you've already completed the max number of bounties this week. And it says applies to all cities. So if you do one in Leeway, one in Mondstadt, and then one in another city, you're done. It's 3 total. That's what it is. That's all you could do. You could do 3 bounties, 3 requests. I have my 3 requests. Time-wise, I don't have time to show you those. So the next thing is, once you complete your 3 bounties, please make sure that you're getting your reward on your battle pass. It's a weekly mission. You go here, you go down, okay, I'm gonna slow down, because I realize, new beginners, when you open battle pass, it pops you on this page. To get the rewards, you gotta tab over one with R1, and then whether it's a daily, weekly, or battle pass period, you choose one of the tabs. Daily, weekly, battle pass period. You'll go to the one with the exclamation part. Just by using the stick, you can go to any of them. And then you'll just use the stick to go over and claim whatever you did. And you'll get your rewards. As you can see, I'm like 50 away from hitting battle pass 12. On the main page, it tells you what you get. On battle pass 12, I'll get 8 of these crystals. So, for me, not exciting. I prefer the ones that are like 20, where I get a wish. But every 10 you get a wish, and if you have the ultimate battle pass or the big boy battle pass unlocked, you get the top and the bottom. The difference is paying for or not paying for. So I don't have the battle pass, I haven't paid for it, so I only get the top row. If you have the battle pass, you paid for it, you'll get both the top and bottom row. Typical battle pass stuff. Alright, let's go talk to Catherine. So from her, you'll want to go back up and around. Hello. Hi. I'm a little lost in my own city, but hang on, I got this. I'm just trying to get back out here. Alright, here's Timaeus. We met him earlier, okay? From the crafting man, we're going to go run down here, run down these stairs. You'll see Majory on your left. That's the main entrance to Mondstadt. And then here on your right, you'll see Catherine. She is introduced to you via mission, but if you've forgotten, here's Catherine. At Catherine, you can do 3 things. You can claim your daily commission rewards once they're completed. I haven't done my daily commissions yet, so I can't do that. You can claim any adventure rank rewards that you get. It will open up this page and it will show you what your rank is. It will show you everything that you get for it. In this case, I'm going for rank 45. At rank 45, the claims that I will get is 125 Primogems, and then some other rewards. I'm mostly interested in the Primogems I'm going to collect. The crystals are nice, the books are nice, but I'm mostly interested in the Primogems. But I'm not quite there yet. I'll show you how to track it when we get out of. So how to track it, you hit the start button. It tells you up top, it's going to say the name of your twin, because you get to name them. In my case, I named my twin Tiger. I don't have a signature, which I could correct at any point. And below that, it's going to say AR or adventure rank. So when they say AR, they mean adventure rank. It also shows your UID and other stuff. I have 2,400 of 14k that I need. The higher up you get, the more adventure rank XP you need to procure before it gives you your next rank. So I'm going to have a very long time before I get to 5. I'm world level 4, things like that. You can lower your world level one time. Once you lower it, the only thing you can do is raise it back up. In my case, I have it buffed down because I wasn't ready. You can do any of these actions on your title card. You can edit your profile, change your avatar, change your name card, edit your nickname, edit your signature, copy your UID. In my case, I do want to show you the avatar screen. I was a little confused. You don't have access to all 60 characters. What you do have access to is all of your characters that you've actually pulled. In my case, I did want to update mine to Diluc because I did pull an incredibly rare character of Diluc, so there's that. Now that I showed you that, the last thing that Catherine does for you is dispatch characters on expedition, which is what she was screaming at me. No, I was just showing everyone where it was at. When you first start, you're gonna have Mondstadt and you're gonna have like 2 options. I've just been playing, so I have Mondstadt, Leeway, Inuyasuma, and Sumeru. I got Fishy here getting me some meat and stuff. Make sure that you crank it up to like the max time. You'll notice Fishy actually has a benefit where she comes back 5 hours earlier than everybody else. Another one that does that is Chongyun. These are people you could pull. If you don't pull them, well, just use your best person for the job. And Yuzuma is not quite done. If they're not done, you'll see a timer above their heads. If you bring them back early, you get no reward. And then Sumeru is also waiting. The reason Leeway and Mondstadt were done is, again, they are 5 hours faster than anybody else. I can't really show you, I just kind of clicked through it, but they do have a buff. It's the same thing as crafting, it's the same thing as cooking. Some people have a buff, some people do not. Alright, with that said, crafters, we're going to close out with our last tips for Genshin. I do have 3 bonus tips for Genshin, and I think these 3 bonus tips apply whether you're a beginning, whether you're a novice, just open the game together, you're a beginner like me, you're intermediate, or you are the boss and the crab legs. Alright? So 3 things I would suggest to every Genshin player. 1, it's a free-to-play game. If you don't want to spend money, don't spend money, just enjoy the game. Number 2, if you get frustrated, you get stuck, remember, it's a video game. You can close it, you can come back to it at another time, or because it's an open world adventure, you can simply go do something else. If one category troubles you, find something else. For instance, if you're having problems with a Spiral Abyss, go do a domain. If a boss is beating you up and it's co-op, maybe consider bringing somebody else in to help you, or simply go run something else. And number 3, I think the biggest thing is just pay attention to what you're doing. I don't care if it's healing while you're fighting, remembering to feed your characters, going to the Statue of the Seven when you need to turn things in, whatever the category is, make sure you're paying attention. And as a bonus tip, have a good time and remember that this is a video game. At the end of the day, it was made for entertainment purposes and solely entertainment purposes. It's not meant to give you a headache. It's not meant to stress you. If it's doing that, put it down, pick up something else you enjoy, and come back to it when you're more in the mindset of, having an adventure. I want to thank everybody for their energy, their effort, and their time. I know with all of these streamers in the world, it's difficult to pick who you're going to watch. So if you've picked me, just know that it means the world to myself and management and our dog Anubis that you picked me and that you're spending the time with me, because I genuinely love getting to know each and every one of you and know that you're special to me, because you all are special and relevant people. and you are loved, if only in this community. Feel free to come by anytime. If you need to pick me up, I'm here 6 to 7 days a week. I've got you. If I'm not available when you need me, I've got lots of VODs on Twitch, and I also have a YouTube with a lot of videos on it. I won't say how many, but there are quite a few, and they are in playlists. So if you need a dose of Kittycraft and Kittycraft's not online, remember I do have other options for you. If you haven't followed me, why not? Follow for me is always free and always will be. It's a great way to support the channel that doesn't require anything but a click. That extends to the subscribe over on YouTube. I want to thank everybody who's done it already. And again, if you haven't done it, it doesn't hurt you, so why not do it? It just tells you when I'm available, and if you like my content, let's get that bell rung. Let's make sure that you know when I'm available so that you can get, again, your daily dose of Kittycraft. Some other ways to support the channel: you can subscribe to my Twitch, but that is a monthly contribution. If that's a little too steep for you and I'm not your cup of tea that way, I completely understand. I do have 2 other ways you can financially contribute if that's a little much. If I'm not online, you can always hit me up at paypal.me/kittycraft0220 or Cash App, #, kittycraft0220. Not trying to be a scam artist, just trying to be a genuine human being. I want there to be lots of ways to connect. That said, I have a lot of socials. I have Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and Discord currently. I also have an email address, which is kittycraft0220@gmail.com. If you ever have any questions, concerns, or comments that you want to give me, and maybe you want to do so in a little bit of private environment, I want you guys to feel free to reach out to me. Please do. All right? That's why I provide my business email actively for you guys. If you don't want to do so in a public fashion, please feel free to contact me privately. Let's talk. Let's have discourse. That's the way we become better humans. Thank you for this hour and 50 minutes of your time. I know it's not 2 hours. I know it's not my regular, but I have some things. I have family coming this weekend. I've got some chores I need to take care of. So thank you for your time, energy, and effort. Stay safe out there. If it's hot, take care of your business and stay cool. If it's cool, make sure you bundle up and stay warm. Keep on crafting, crafters. Kittycraft out.